Before you chase anything else, before you set another goal, make another plan, or push yourself harder, read this. What if the reason your life hasn't launched yet isn't because you're behind, but because you've been building on the wrong foundation? In the next 8 minutes, I'm going to show you the 5 pillars that separate a life of achievement from a life of true greatness. And what you're about to hear could change the way you see everything that's happened to you. Because the life you were built for, it doesn't start when you finally arrive. It starts the moment you root yourself in the right soil. Here's what nobody tells you. Hard work is not enough. Talent is not enough. Even dreams are not enough. Because dreams without discipline are just wishes. And wishes don't build legacies. You can hustle your whole life and still end up exhausted, empty, and wondering why nothing you built feels like it was worth it. That's not because you didn't work hard enough. It's because you were aiming at the wrong target. Most people spend their entire lives chasing achievement, the title, the income, the applause, and they never stop to ask the deeper question: what am I actually building? And more importantly, who am I becoming while I build it? Researchers at Duke found that people who root their lives in something larger than themselves, faith, purpose, a mission beyond their own success, don't just feel better, they bounce back faster, they endure longer, they build differently. Because they're not building on achievement, they're building on alignment. So let's reframe something right now. Every failure you've experienced, every rejection, every setback, every moment where you thought you were falling behind, that wasn't evidence you weren't ready. That was the curriculum. Stanford psychologist Carol Dweck spent decades studying why some people rise after failure and others don't. And what she found was this: it's not about talent, it's about how you interpret the fall. The people who win long term, they treat failure like tuition, and they show up ready to learn. Denzel Washington stood in front of a room of graduates and told them he was flunking out of college 40 years prior. One of the most respected figures on the planet, and he almost didn't make it. But he didn't let failure define him. He let it refine him. And that's the shift. You're not behind, you're being prepared. The delays weren't denial, they were developments. And everything that didn't work out the way you planned, it worked out exactly the way it needed to. So how do you build a life that lasts? How do you move from ambition to alignment? Here are the 5 pillars. Write them down. Live them out. Build them. First, put faith first. Not as a side practice, as the foundation. Faith keeps you humble when you win and hopeful when you lose. It reminds you that you were chosen before you ever achieved anything. And that changes how you walk through every single day. Second, fail forward. Stop hiding your failures. Stop treating them like disqualifications. Every setback is a setup. Every closed door is a redirect. Failure isn't the enemy of success. It's the tuition. Third, work with discipline. Dreams are beautiful, but dreams without goals are just fantasies. You need structure. You need consistency. You need to show up even when no one is watching, especially when no one is watching. Because greatness is built in the quiet, repetitive, unglamorous daily grind. Fourth, stay humble. You will win. You will achieve things. And when you do, remember this: you'll never see a U-Haul behind a hearse. What you accumulate doesn't travel with you, but what you build in others does. And fifth, build legacy. Your success is not the finish line. It's the platform. Use it to lift someone else. Reach back, teach, serve. Pour into the people coming up behind you. Because a life of true greatness isn't measured by what you achieve. It's measured by who you became and who you brought with you. So here's what you do tonight. Not someday, tonight. First, write down one area of your life where you've been building on achievement instead of alignment. Name it. Be honest. That awareness is the first move. Second, Identify one failure you've been carrying as shame. Reframe it out loud if you have to. Say this: that wasn't wasted. That was my tuition. And let it go. Third, set one goal that scares you. Not because it's big, but because it matters. And then break it into the smallest possible daily action. Discipline isn't built in one heroic moment. It's built in 1,000 tiny, unglamorous ones. Fourth, practice gratitude in advance. Thank God for the wisdom, the peace, the breakthrough, the provision before it fully arrives. That posture changes everything. And fifth, find one person you can serve this week. One person you can lift, teach, encourage, or invest in. Your success was never meant to end with you. It was always meant to flow through you. You were built for this, not because you're perfect, but because you were chosen. And the life you're being called into doesn't require you to have it all figured out. It just requires you to take the next step. Root yourself in faith. Fail forward with courage. Work with discipline. Stay humble in success and build a legacy that outlasts you. If this landed, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe so you don't miss what's next. And drop a comment. Tell me which of the 5 pillars hit you the hardest. Because you're not walking this road alone. And your time, it's not coming. It's already here.